Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the thousands listening locally and the millions listening around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Shetland!
Alrighty then. Hey, good morning to you. Time for the morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. Brought to us by our friends at Stam Garden Center and Nursery in Oskaloosa. We are, of course, broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's give a shout out to Stam's, where you can experience the color just outside of Oskaloosa on Highway 92. They're open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. And closed on Sundays. That's Stam Garden Center and Nursery. Boy, I drove by there yesterday afternoon. Their parking lot was just jam-packed, full of vehicles and people getting some stuff. They are ready to do some planting of flowers and plants and their decor. All sorts of good stuff going on at Stam Garden Center and Nursery. As I mentioned, we broadcast live each morning from the Oski Dental Studios. You can call and schedule your appointment with Dr. Schuster or Dr. Drawn at 641-673-4845. They are always accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider, and they're located at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. Oski Dental Studios here on Steve Shetler Media. The morning wake up brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery, and the forecast is up next. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate, and the Garden Gate is located at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney, 641-622-3191. Stop in and see Cindy Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturdays 9 to noon. Today, nice and sunny out, breezy, of course, because it seems like we can't have a nice day here in southeast Iowa without windy conditions. High today all the way up to 79 degrees. And breezy south winds blowing up to about 30 miles per hour. Tonight there's a 50-50 chance of some showers and thunderstorms. Cloudy skies to start with, gradually clearing overnight towards the morning tomorrow. A low of 51 and breezy south winds. Tomorrow, a slight chance of some afternoon showers, mostly sunny and 74. Showers and maybe a thunderstorm tomorrow night, rain chance at 70%, a low of 55. And showers and maybe a thunderstorm on Thursday, breezy and a high of 75. Let me look at our current conditions here in southeast Iowa. We do have humidity at 89%. Winds are east at about 5 miles per hour. The barometer at 29.90 and 48 degrees right now in southeast Iowa. Weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. Well, earlier this morning at 6 a.m., as we do every morning at 6 a.m., on the Facebook side of things here on Steve Shetler Media, we put up our This or That, which is brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and by Welcome Realty. Our This or That for today is basically your color scheme for a kitchen. Would you go with a black kitchen or a white kitchen? You see your different options there. So you can play along with that. Just comment. Scroll down through your Facebook feed. till about 6 a.m. when that goes out each weekday morning. And comment below. That's all there is to it. It's just for the fun of it. A black-styled kitchen or a white-styled kitchen. This or that, brought to us by Stacy Flynn. Coming up at noon on Facebook, we'll put out our question of the day. And this was posed by one of the viewers here on Steve Shetler Media. And it's a good question. Our question of the day brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa. You can call or text for an appointment at 641-622-3772 at 202 North Main in Sigourney. Should candidates put what party they represent on their roadside signs? What do you think? And this is, like I said, this was brought to me by one of my viewers, and it is a good thing. It's because you see all these political signs popping up saying the names of the candidates and what they're running for, but so many of them, at least a majority that I've seen, don't list what party. Like, are they Democrat or are they Republican or are they something else? It'd be nice to know when I go to the poll and start to fill out my ballot, what party does this person represent? I'm sure obviously it's going to say when you have your ballot in front of you, but. I don't know. If you think you just put that on your sign. So, no, somebody wondering that, we'll let your opinions be known when that comes out at noon today on Steve Shetler Media Facebook, our question of the day. What else we got going on here? Of course, coming up later on today, we'll be heading to Oskaloosa for the Tuesday night tune-up TNT. It's Dynamite. It'll be streaming live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. It's our local racing show hosted by Safe Grafke, and that runs Tuesdays through August 13th. It gets you tuned up for the racing week ahead. So make sure you tune in tonight at 7 o'clock, again, live from Smoky Row. The live stream, the Wi-Fi out of Smoky Row, it has not, obviously, if you've watched, it hasn't been the greatest, the live stream. The first couple of weeks. We're going to continue to try to work on that. If it's not the greatest, you can always watch the replay after the fact. But if you like the local racing scene, Safe Grafke is basically an encyclopedia of all things local racing here in Southeast Iowa and the state of Iowa and beyond. So tune in, Safe Grafke. He'll have some guests lined up for tonight at 7 o'clock. Make sure you tune in. Coming up later on this week, yesterday we were talking how it was kind of a mystery who was going to be coming to this week's Iowa Music Showcase because I didn't have anybody booked. Well, that has changed as Cody Hicks, one of the big stars here in Iowa, going to be coming to Sigourney this Friday from 11:30 to noon. Cody Hicks, live and in person at Barn Wired in Sigourney. You can stop in, be part of the live audience this Friday, or watch live here on Steve Shetler Media. Cody Hicks, our Iowa Music Showcase for this Friday. And then on Saturday, we'll be at Brothers Market in Sigourney for the sports section. Our local sports show will be talking to Sigourney native Gina Green Rogers. Gina, a Sigourney native, a Sigourney alumni, and she's gone on to do some really cool things in the broadcast announcing world of sports. So Gina going to be coming to Sigourney coming up on Saturday morning. All right, let's turn our attention to some community calendar events, as one thing I know that's coming up later on today is Iowa's Big Trees at the Environmental Learning Center in Oskaloosa. That's this evening at 6 p.m. Guest speaker will be Bailey Yoder, Iowa NRCS State Forester. So if you're into trees and you want to learn more, that's coming up tonight, 6 p.m. in Oskaloosa. Also coming up on our community calendar, one of the events on the Sigourney Public Library calendar is their monthly book chat. That is the third Saturday of every month. That'll be coming up. Boy, we're about to flip the calendar into May, of course. May 18th is the date for that. And then something off in the distance a little bit further is the Eveland Access Summerfest, Music by the River. That's put on by Muse Music Store and Mahaska County Conservation. They team up for that event on June 1st with a bunch of musical artists, live music, lots of fun, food, activities, and it's a free event. So check that out at the Evelyn Access coming up on June 1st. Lots of fun going on there. We are doing the Morning Wake Up, brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery in Oskaloosa, live from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's do our good mornings right now. Dan Adams is first in line to say good morning. Good morning to you, Dan. I saw you were busy on my page earlier today, just liking everything. That's cool. Appreciate that. Nancy, good morning to you. Sherry, Carson, Dixie, Monica, Sandy, Tracy, Eloise, Amber, and Cindy. Some of our normal gang hanging out this morning here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's go ahead and do some birthdays. Happy birthday. Good morning, Tamra. Happy birthday to you. All right. Our birthdays for today. The old fart of the day. Our old person, our oldest celebrity, baseball player Bob Hendley of the Cubs, turning 85 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Bob. Got basketball player Isaiah Thomas of the Detroit Pistons back in the day. Also one of the Dream Teams, turning 63 years old. Racer Michael Waltrip, NASCAR driver, 61 years old today. Actor Adrian Pasdar is 59. We've got actor Johnny Galecki of Big Bang Theory, Roseanne. And of course, he had a role in the Christmas Vacation movie back in the day. He is 49 years old. As we mentioned, Johnny from Big Bang Theory. Also, I'm going to probably get this name wrong. Kunal Nayyar from Big Bang Theory is also 43 today. Kirsten Dunst, been an actress since she was a kid, literally. Been in so many things, most recently Civil War, which is a really good movie, by the way. 42 years old for Kirsten Dunst. Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, 39 years old. And actress Ana de Armas from movies like Knives Out and Blonde and No Time to Die, 36 years old for Anna. On this date in history, which, by the way, it's the last day of April 30th today, April 30th, 1789, George Washington put in his first day as President of the United States. It was on this date in 1798 the U.S. Navy was established. It was on this date in 1904 the ice cream cone made its world debut. On this date, 1939, NBC demonstrated television for the very first time to the public at the New York World's Fair. 1952, on this date, Mr. Potato Head became the very first toy ever advertised on television. Mr. Potato Head. Today on the National Day calendar, it's National Bubble Tea Day. It's National Prepare-a-thon Day. Okay. It's National Military Brats Day. It's National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day. You got to do that. You know, of course, every week I go down to the Heartland Humane Society in Ottumwa. They've got lots of pets. The Stephen Memorial Animal Shelter in Oskaloosa has lots of pets. Go out and adopt a pet. They make great pets. 2 of our 3 dogs are adopted from a shelter, and they have been great dogs. It's also National Raisin Day. It's National Oatmeal Cookie Day. It's National Hairstylist Appreciation Day. National Bugs Bunny Day. What's up, Doc? And it's National Honesty Day. So celebrate those days today. That does it for our calendar for today. Let's once again check in with our sponsor, Stam Garden Center and Nursery. And let's hear from them.
Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
As spring brings warmer weather each year, dinners typically begin to include main courses that are lighter and spicier than those we eat in winter. They may include spicy Mexican, Asian stir-fries, and other flavorful spicy foods. A white wine rarely has enough body to stand up to the stronger flavors of a spicy dish, and a red wine has too much body and will frequently accentuate the spice to unpleasant levels. A fizzy light pink wine like Oski Pizzanti Pink from Tassel Ridge Winery will have sweetness and fizz that will balance the spice. Oski Pizzanti Pink is sweet and fruity with tropical fruit aromas including pineapple and lychee followed by green apple and citrus on the palate. It's an excellent complement to spicy foods or appetizers at the beginning of your meal. Of course, you can just chill it down and drink it while celebrating.
Hey, we thank all of our sponsors for bringing us our broadcast, The Morning Wake Up, here on Steve Shetler Media, whether that's in a video form or whether it's in our rotating ad form right down here, or whether it's the Oski Dental Studios, or whether it's the Stam Garden Center and Nursery. We appreciate all of our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's do some things you need to know. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh. Woo. All right, things you need to know. Boys, we'll start off with some ugly news, especially for Russia. The UK has tallied up some numbers so far. They've done the war math, and invading Ukraine has cost Russia a lot of lives, a lot of equipment. Russia, this war has cost Russia 10,000 armored vehicles, 3,000 tanks, 23 ships, 109 planes, and check this out, 450,000 soldiers. So the war between Ukraine and Russia has cost Russia a lot of lives and a lot of equipment. Other things you need to know, a big shakeup at CBS Sports as their coverage of the NFL going to be looking a lot different. Both Boomer Esiason and Phil Simms are out of here. They are out as Matt Ryan. The recently retired Matt Ryan will be joining the crew. So kind of out with the older guys, in with the handsome new guy at CBS Sports NFL coverage. Other things you need to know, Hunter Biden says that he has lawyered up and is planning to sue Fox News, of course he is, for quote-unquote conspiracy and subsequent actions to defame Mr. Biden and paint him in a false light. Okie dokie. Other stuff, Britain's Prince William and Kate Middleton celebrate their 13th wedding anniversary this week. Singer Billie Eilish, or Eyelash, as I like to call her, has announced that her Hit Me Hard and Soft world tour will be launching in September. There's an unusual problem in the Seattle area over the weekend. Runaway zebras. 4 zebras being moved to an animal sanctuary east of Seattle managed to escape their trailer and were running around Interstate 90 for a while. 3 of those were captured. As of this writing, 1 remained on the loose. A loose zebra in Seattle. Let's go to South Dakota. Of course, you've seen or heard this on the news as South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, considered to be one of the frontrunners for Donald Trump's running mate. Probably not going to be happening now, not after her book comes out next month. In it, she describes shooting and killing a 14-month-old dog because it was untrainable. So that's obviously putting her in a bad light. Back to CBS we go. Former CBS News anchor Dan Rather made a brief return to the network over the weekend, being interviewed on the show CBS Sunday Morning. Dan Rather, classic news guy. New study showing that 86% of the litter in the Great Lakes is plastic. So I'm sure we're going to have to ban all plastic items here in the near future. Down with plastic. Lord of the Rings, Smeagol, precious. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is going to be returning to some theaters for 3 consecutive nights. Coming up June 8th, 9th, and 10th. So if you like those movies, and I do, my daughter and I watch the 3 originals every once in a while. If she's back for like Christmas break or something along those lines, we try to get the 3 Lord of the Rings movies in. But they're going to be in theaters, so we'll have to see if Riley and I can do that this coming summer, June 8th through the 10th. Roger Taylor, drummer for Queen, has taken cymbals from his drum set and has allowed them to be cut up and turned into jewelry. Why, you may ask? Well, so he can make some money. You can buy one of these pennants at the queenonlinestore.com for $405. Each pendant comes with a 24-inch sterling silver chain with a Jolly Roger logo and a certificate of authenticity signed by Taylor, which includes a photo of the rocker taken by his daughter. So $405 gets you a chunk of a cymbal from Queen's Roger Taylor. Mike Myers. Actor Mike Myers made a rare public appearance on Saturday night at the 49th AFI Life Achievement Award Gala. He is now 60 years old with gray hair and sporting a buzz cut. By the way, he will not confirm or deny another Austin Powers movie, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Russell Brand, in Things You Need to Know, Russell Brand says that he took the dive and was baptized over the weekend, leaving his past behind. So Russell Brand, a Christian, and getting baptized. That is a cool thing. Other things you need to know, Sonia Christopher. This name might not ring a bell for you right off the bat. Sonia Christopher, a music therapist, breast cancer survivor, and a person who went down in history as the first person ever voted out of the show Survivor, died last Friday at the age of 87. So again, Sonia Christopher, the first person that was ever voted off of Survivor, passing away at the age of 87. You might want to go back and watch the first few episodes and see who that was. Speaking of the show Survivor, they're currently in season 46, but they are already thinking about the upcoming season 50, which host Jeff Probst says he is going to be a collection of previous players, so keep an eye out for that. I haven't watched Survivor since probably season 1. It was really good. I don't remember the guy's name. Richard Hatch. That was the guy's name. I don't know why that came to me, but it did. Let's see here. And then also in Things You Need to Know, as I've mentioned before, if you have not watched what's called The Greatest Night in Pop on Netflix, you got to treat yourself to that documentary. It's the making of We Are the World. So check that out. Just imagine trying to do a We Are the World like they did it back in the day, where they literally got all of those stars into the studio in one night and recorded that song that became a huge, huge hit. Think of the egos, think of the complications trying to get all of those people in one place to record a song in one night. Unthinkable in today's world. You could say it would be impossible. That's not what I was trying to hit. Come on now. Today's impossible. I hit the wrong button. Good morning, Jason, Bruce, Pat, Kurt, and Kathy, Jackie. Good to see you. Time for today's impossible question. I'll tell you something here in a second about my wife and this question. According to a recent survey, 7% of dog owners do this, and it includes our household. We are one of these 7%. According to a recent survey, once again, 7% of dog owners do this. What do you think? It could involve the happy birthday song. Again, according to a recent survey, 7% of dog owners do this. They throw holiday or birthday parties for their dogs. That's us here at the Shetler household. One of our dogs gets the special treatment, our lab, Daisy. She always has a little birthday party. We always put a hat on her and sing happy birthday to her and make her feel special. The other two dogs, it's just another day for them. Daisy's the special one. She gets happy birthday sung to her and a special treat. So, yeah, we are part of the 7% that celebrate a birthday for our dogs. Let's get weird in here.
That is weird.
In some weird. This is kind of funny. Coincidental. The emergency slide that fell off of one of Delta Boeing's jets on Friday actually washed up in the front of the oceanfront home of the attorney that is suing the manufacturer for a similar incident. So again, one of those slides from a jet washed up on shore in front of the house, or maybe in the back of the house, of an attorney that is suing for this very thing. So, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Some other weird news. A 14-karat gold pocket watch owned by the Titanic's wealthiest passenger has sold for a record-breaking amount, expected to bring about the winning bid, which should go for about $1.5 million at auction on Saturday, according to CNN. Let's go back to the airlines. A 101-year-old woman keeps getting mistaken for a baby. Again, she's 101, but she keeps getting mistaken for a baby because of an error with an airline's booking system. The problem occurs because American Airlines systems apparently cannot compute that the passenger named Patricia, who did not want to share her last name, was born in 1922 rather than 2022. A reporter witnessed the latest mix-up, which she and the cabin crew were able to laugh off. But again, they keep thinking the 101-year-old woman is a baby because of the year that she was born, back in 1922. The computers are thinking 2022. And some other weird news, you never know what regular Joe that you might see in the streets or at Walmart is part of the Olympics. And that is exactly what is happening here, as Dylan Beard is a hurdler who's going to be competing for a spot on the U.S. Olympic team heading into the Summer Olympics in Paris. He also happens to work a full-time job as at the deli counter at a Walmart. Now, Beard emerged as a surprise winner while competing in the 60-meter hurdles at some games in February. And now he's going to be trying out for the Olympics. So, yeah, a guy that works at a Walmart trying out for the Olympics. Let's go to Maryland. A woman in Annapolis, Maryland, won just about $230,000 from a Fast Play lottery ticket she purchased from a vending machine. Now, she did this while waiting for an order of chicken at a Maryland chicken chain called Royal Farms. So, she had nothing else to do while waiting for her chicken, bought a ticket, won $230,000. And we got to bring up a picture for this next story. Let's bring this up. A golden retriever puppy gaining fame online, born with a lime green color. Yes, you're not imagining things looking at that picture. Again, these are golden retriever puppies that you're looking at, and one of them is lime green. It's a result of the puppy's fur being dyed by something. It's like a green bile, sometimes found in the wombs of mother dogs. So, not sure if that's going to wear off, or I'm assuming it's going to wear off, but right now you've got a lime green puppy. Kind of crazy. Let's go to the files of Law and Disorder. In some disorder, well, I don't know. Of course, you've heard of like emotional support animals. And usually it's like a dog or a cat or, something with fur and cuddly. Sometimes it's an alligator, though. The disappearance of a well-known emotional support animal has people in central Pennsylvania asking, where's Wally? Wally the alligator hasn't been seen since April 21st. That's right, it's an alligator. Wally the alligator. Action News has reported on Wally before, after he was nominated for America's Favorite Pet last year. But let's see here. The person that owns Wally said he waited to file a police report because he didn't have the proper permit for Wally during their visit down south and has reason to believe Wally may have been stolen. So we'll see if they get their emotional support alligator back. Let's do something that will make you smile.
Something that makes you smile.
Something that'll make you smile. The young daughter of a NASA research scientist is making a big bang on social media. Actually, let's bring up this information because something to make you smile is brought to us, of course, by Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions. If you're looking for a dentist in Sigourney, call 641-622-2669. Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions. So a young daughter of a NASA research scientist making some waves on social media, as the quote is, "My daughter's scientific proof that she loves me more than I love her," which is an ongoing debate between the daughter and the mom, is that my heart is full of other experiences, whereas hers is less so. So there's more room for love for me. What do you, all right, you're wrapping your brain around that? So the daughter and the mom are arguing who loves each other the most. The daughter is saying that basically she has less experience of life in her heart. So her heart is not full of all of these different things and emotions. So her heart has more capacity for love for her mom than her mom's heart has for her. That's some deep thinking for a kid. But they're calling that scientific proof because this young girl lives with a couple of scientists and very smart people. So we'll leave that up to you. We'll post that on my Facebook page, that entire story, at about 7:45 this morning. Something to make you smile, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions. Let's go to the moment of duh.
Duh.
In some duh, this is just plain stupid. I mean, idiots. A Florida couple apologizing for wildly brandishing guns outside a Miami daycare, which caused a panic, obviously. According to police, Miguel Ruiz and Estrella Pereira triggered an emergency lockdown at what's called a kiddie college when they pulled 2 rifles out of a car in the parking lot, aiming one at the building and then another one at a mother picking up her toddler. People are just stupid. They say they were doing it for Instagram. Quote, "We're bodybuilders and we're into the social media thing." The lady said they thought it would be cool to take a picture with a gun because with muscles and guns, and it sounds really cool, like if you look at a photograph like that. Let's hope they go to jail for a while. Morons! That is your morning wake-up here on Steve Shuttler Media, brought to us by our good friends at Stam Garden Center and Nursery in Oskaloosa. Experience the color Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, closed on Sundays. And, of course, we broadcast live from the Oski Dental Studios, 641-673-4845. Our weather, one last look at our forecast today, brought to us by the Garden Gate. Sunny, breezy, and a high of 79. All right, coming up later on today, we've got, of course, In Remembrance Of at 8 a.m. Looking over at my schedule here. We'll have What's Happening at noon with a video of community calendar events. This evening, we have Successful Farming. We've got Coach Iva with The Brain Rewired. We've got Musical Musings coming up. We've got that'll be tomorrow night, actually. We'll have, hopefully, Be the Light Ministry later on today. And also, of course, Tuesday night tune-up live from Smoky Row. All right, that does it for me. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 7 a.m.